Hello again, Doc the Clock with more MAGMML3! And we're gonna switch to another costume. Ignore all the errors. I don't know what they're there for, but I'll fix that at some point. We still have plenty of options, but the one I feel like going with right now is Dragon Man. Dragon Man is an OC, of course. Semi-remotely inspired by Royal Mithril, apparently. Pretty nifty charge shot there. I think this is a modified version from other sources, but how modified and in what ways, I don't know. Hey, he's got a mech to help him make his jumps. And jewels to ride on. Yeah, like I said, it's inspired by Royal Mithril, very clearly. Okay, quick man apparently. Whoa! This feels like it's controlling way worse than normal. Might have just been that area. Okay, because that feels better. Alright, pretty regular break dash. Alright, so with that set, let's head back to Tier 11. Okay, that's this. Be considerate. Minimize talking in all caps. Well, that is how you avoid yelling when you are writing in type. Or speaking in type, I should say. I still have to try and see if I can find where... There's something over here. Oh, it's a shortcut to... back. That wasn't what I wanted. Because I'm trying to go forward. Okay, is there anything up here? Right. It's probably not having terrible magnet beam positioning. Okay, now. Well, we'll keep on the lookout, but who knows? Anyway, it is time to start the top 50. We have gone through 125 levels so far. Good gracious. And Scatman's World. I recognize the name. I don't remember exactly what he's done before, but I know I've seen it in at least one other contest. And, oh yeah, he's also had some contributions in other ways to this contest, too. Anyway, Cursed Darkness. 65.2 points. That's... We've come a long ways from the low double digits. Alright, 1 element, 5 tokens. Let's see what we got here. Oh, we've got a skip teleporter, but it's not for everything. It's just for the tokens. So naturally we're going to see Itchman in here. Ah! I can barely tell my left itch from my right in this pitch black stage. And we were expected to go through it deathless for 2 of its tokens? Thankfully, we've got copies of all the tokens over here. Grab what you need. Interesting. Gimmick there. Okay. So I'm guessing that if they're saying expect to go through death list, that means that there's keys involved. We're just gonna do it as we do it first. Alright, does this... Okay, no. So the Pharaoh shot is not actually an attack. Oh, it's also not actually lasting forever. Okay. Alright, I can do something about this. Okay, I thought I'd had at least a little bit more space than that. Okay, but it's pretty clear that they are expecting you to be Johnny on the spot here, so don't dilly-dally. Ah! No, I can't. Oh, okay, that's a damage spike. Got lots of mice here. That was a leap of faith if ever I made one. Alright, well I kind of made that accidentally, but the problem is, now how do I get out of here? Okay. Ice wall, help me a little bit. No, it's not how you help me! Okay, but I know that there's floor under here, at least. Well, that taught me something. Can I go back? Oh, I can go back like this. But the fact that that's one way and this is not tells me that this is probably the bonus. Okay. So we need middle. Bottom, middle, middle, bottom, middle. There we go. That wasn't too bad. Okay. Okay, so this is how we're going to get our lights for the time being. Oh, nope. Can't touch them. Okay, yeah, look, I know you're annoyed that I'm waking you up, but I kind of don't have a lot of options. Charge that. That was unnecessary to the extreme. I don't need bolts. Greed will be the death of me. Or bad timing. That could be the death of me too. Okay. Alright. Success. So, we haven't seen this mini-boss in a while. Tended to appear a lot more in lower stages. And, well, the lights were turned out because of the lack of lasers. Too bad. Okay. Ladders are usually come back from ladders. Okay, that one was going on for an awful long time, so I'm gonna see if this is a token instead. It is indeed. Oh. Interesting. Some enemies didn't spawn there. But apparently those guys are really sensitive to waking up, because even a death laser will do it. So let's be very, very quiet. And get through without really any trouble at all. Okay, I think this is probably the token because, oh, if you go too high up, the light will disappear. That's an interesting little trick. Oh, you don't even like light. That's the thing. Ah! Okay, apparently someone is just chucking up nitro from pits. Why? W-tank down there, not really worth it. I can't tell at a glance how I get that even. Great, but you died. Dark Man! Yes, that's correct. You shouldn't be too surprised that I'd return. You're not going to try a disguise this time. In disguise? I don't think you understand. The darkness is my disguise. to hide in plain sight, to be able to strike from any position. Knowing that your opponent knows you're there, but at the same time doesn't. I have the advantage this time. So, why were you called Dark Man if you're only just now thinking of the strategy? That was an unnecessary comment. You just gave me more motivation. Is this part of an attack, Dark Man? There's no point conversing with that robot. It's just you and me now. Another fake out! Damn, hasn't this been done enough? Wait, do I recognize? This is exactly who you think this is. You're acting naive, as if you were unaware that I would notice. Those cans you were using during your dungeon crawling. It'd be one thing to have my power, but to only sorta kinda have my power in a way that is technically not using it like a weapon, that's just sick. And such sickness shall get the equivalent curse. Oh, it's Pharaoh Man. Alright. So when he's shrouded in darkness, there's nothing I can do. Whoa! That's not an attack I was predicting. Ow. Ow. Oh boy. Ah, well, that charge shot was well timed. All right, well, that was an experience, but now I have to do it without dying. That could be tough. But we're going to try it nonetheless. Oh, well, that was a very quick fail. Alright. I mean, it's like, I should use Rush Bike to get through more quickly. Another part of me is like, I should use Magma Beam to get me through more quickly. Oh, shoot. Okay, that's damage spikes, damage spikes. Okay. Okay, well... Figure it out in some way. Ah. Oh, annoying spider. That wasn't that bad. It required, well, it didn't require, but it benefited heavily from heavy use of Magna Beam to kind of bypass a lot of the instant death risk, but when you know the stage, it's actually quite doable. So let's see what the judges have to say. It is an interesting take on the darkness gimmick, one that is very frequently not dark, and if it has, this means you've screwed up. Yeah, the random nitro cans being flung up from the abyss. I managed to avoid being wrecked by them, but still, no bueno. I'm gonna say this, I didn't find it to be that bad, but in principle, I entirely agree with Mick. Don't do that. If you want to reward players for no deathing a level, something that's not as monumental as tokens. Because no deathing is generally a self-imposed challenge, not a requirement challenge. Notable that none of the Guts Lift platforms had any drops. It was basically just conveyance. So, basically all just about, are you timing your jumps right? If so, good. If not, die. I mean, to be fair, the drops are basically timing challenges as well, but yeah, it didn't really do anything very interesting with the Guts Lifts. Patchy was not amused. Crash Bandicoot reference. Grumpy fellows, huh? I mean, you'd be grumpy too if you were jarred out of sleep by an explosion. I'd be grumpy to say the very least. Directionality at the splits was definitely an issue. I had a lot of trouble telling which way was the bonus and which way was the way forward. There was no clear indication. Except for the third token, that one was somewhat intuitive, at the very least. Wallcats, huh? I did not get any feline impressions from them, except for the fact that they're immediately hostile the moment they see you. No, Fair Shot didn't do anything except give you light, so it can't really be called a weapon now, can it? the ability to light up the room with something that you have probably could do it. It wouldn't be ideal, but like a big giant thing like magnetic shockwave providing a brief bit of light, or a thunder beam. Now, could you implement that effectively without violating the modifying weapons rule? I think you could. If you programmed the darkness, if you modify the darkness gimmick yourself, or programmed in a novel one yourself, you could probably make it so that there was an off trigger when you used a specific weapon. I feel like maybe my Ace is being a little bit pessimistic on that one. Pretty generally, the tokens were considered a bad idea. The last two, at least. I think Flashman was the only one who didn't comment on them, but, you know, I can't imagine that he was supportive of the idea either. He just was less harsh on the stage for it. But yeah, as I said, if you're gonna do a no-death challenge, don't lock something like tokens behind it. Like, the tokens are a 100% collectible. People are going to go for them. Completely. So, and again, as I've said, tokens should be an extra challenge, but no death is kind of asking a lot for someone who has never played a stage before. There's a bunch of massive books here that seem to be detailing excessive, overcomplicated lore. Oh no! Going on and on about what happened in X universe filled with useless trivia and endless twists and turns. Who would ever inject stuff like this into a work of fiction? Lots of people. Lots and lots and lots of people. Bah! You ever realize just how many books there are in this place based off of my Christmas escapades? I should be getting royalties for this. They're stealing my tale and using it for profit. What do you mean that I was based off of one of those stories too? I'm taking this to court. We're just not gonna deal with that. That's a problem for another person. Hey, Susie G. Where's your cousin, Susie Q? I'm always fascinated by the power of fiction to display worlds wildly different from ours. My favorite manifestation of this is long-form alternate universe novels. Blah. I do not like AUs. They're always like, every time I see the term AU, it's just like, write your own story with your own characters. You are clear, that's clearly what you want to do. But then you want to just shoehorn in characters that have nothing to do with it. Just don't. So much about the fabric of reality can change with even the tiniest difference. Right now, I'm reading an 85-chapter-long fic that's an alternate universe where instead of a reclusive boy being the star of the show, it's a compassionate young girl instead. And hey, why are you walking away from me? Because I have no interest! Not to brag or anything. Actually, I'm totally bragging. Yeah, of course you are. But did you know that yours truly has made the history books several times? All of those times of which have been documented in this very library. Can you say the same? I bet you can't. I bet I want to punch you in the face. And I am going to get the chance to eventually, hopefully. One of the... I imagine there's going to be a fight against Presto at some point, and I am very much looking forward to it. That's all from me for now. Until next time, this is Doc. I'll see you later.